106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hit it. Here we are. Welcome to another episode. I don't know what number it is. I don't keep track, but another episode of who keeps track of stuff like that anyway?
Yeah.
Of Bad Cinema, and of course today we are reviewing the Cannon Films classic. I'm sure they haven't heard that the same breath in a while. American Ninja. Now, a little background on the studio Cannon Films. They were owned by a couple of Israeli guys, right?
Yep.
So they produced a lot of movies over the years to varying effects, like Invasion USA, Missing in Action 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, Death Wish 3, 4, 5. You know, all the good ones.
Yeah.
They did a lot of Charles Bronson movies, a lot of Chuck Norris movies. Chuck Norris's son did a lot of their movies. Michael Dudikoff did a lot of their movies. They dabbled in a lot of things. And there's actually, if you're wanting to know more about Cannon Films, there's a documentary about it. You can go find it on YouTube. It's very interesting. A lot of people say they were just laundering money. I don't know. But there was probably a lot of cocaine in those writing rooms because some of these movies don't make sense at all.
Yeah.
But I'm going to share this Wikipedia page, and we'll go through the cast. Very good cast in this film, I think. Of course, this movie was not going to win it. Another, this is kind of an ongoing theme on this series that me and Joe do. This movie was not going to be nominated for any Academy Awards or Golden Globes, but for what it is, it's a great action film, and the acting in it's solid, I think. And we'll get more in the post-mortem about this movie later. I guess I shouldn't give you my review just yet, but here we go. And Joe, you'll have to look up the trailer. I forgot to put that clip of that in there.
Okay.
But let's just look at the Wikipedia page right now. I was on IMDb, but I don't like all the ads on it, so we're going to use American Wikipedia. Right. And if anybody wants to come on, or something, there we go. It looks like Chinese from that distance when it's like real small, but I'll have to look on this page. American Ninja is a 1985 American martial arts film produced by Menachem Golan and Yoram Globus of Cannon Films. They were the guys I was talking about. It was directed by Sam Furstenberg, who specialized in the genre in the 80s, and it stars the one and only Michael Dudikoff. You see, he's on the poster here. It's also followed by American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, which had a mixed reception but was a financial success. And since then, it's considered a cult film. Yeah, it is. So the movie it takes place as an alternative to prison. Young American Joe Armstrong is conscripted in the U.S. Army by a judge. Joe ends up, they don't even say that really in the movie a lot, but I know they said something about him being like a juvenile delinquent. Joe ends up fighting off Black Star, Order of Ninjas, while stationed in the Philippines. The one thing about the Philippines is they shot a lot of these Cannon films there, and a lot of Roger Corman's films were filmed in the Philippines in the 80s, by the way. Following an attempted hijacking at the convoy transporting equipment, Joe and his platoon fought off the hijackers and saved the life of Patricia Hickok, daughter of Colonel William Hickok. Well, that sounds familiar, don't it? Hickok? They just stole that right from history. All right. And now let's see if I can find the cast. Is it going to show the cast on here? Yeah, here we go. I'll click this and show you. You got Michael Dudikoff is Private Joe Armstrong. Steve James, who's been in a lot of action movies, is Corporal Curtis Jackson. The very lovely Judy Aronson, who you may remember from films like Friday the 13th 4, The Final Chapter, and Weird Science, plays the love interest and the daughter of the Colonel. Guick Cook as Colonel William Hickok. Cook. John Fukujoko is Shinayuki. Don Stewart is Victor Ortega. I think he's the bad guy. And I don't have to really go through the rest of them, but honestly, it doesn't really matter the names of the rest ones. But anyway, there you have it. and I'll show you some. We'll show you some still shots from the film. Like now, here's like this. I guess is around the first of it. But when I talk about Judi Aronson, you're going to see what I mean by the lovely Judi Aronson here in a minute. But here she is. You may remember her. She actually is not an actress anymore, but she has been in shows. I think she was in there was something else she was in that was interesting. She was in the movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That was her last film.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, she was probably a little bit older than there, but not by much, I'm sure. She's born in 1964, so she's probably in her 60s, I guess now, 60. Michael Dudikoff was born in 1954, so he's about 70 now. Now there you got the cool little claws and like everything, and I don't know. Should we play the trailer, Joe?
Yeah, give me a sec here.
No,
you said the trailer didn't. The trailer didn't pan out on yours.
I didn't. I got the. I'll find it. Hold on. I didn't get it.
No, I got it. I get it.
All right, it was too busy grabbing clips last night. Forgot to do that one. But I mean, he looks pretty cool in that ninja uniform, man. I'm telling you. You know, the one thing about the movie that was great is like you always got ninjas in broad daylight.
Yep.
Now here's a picture of Michael Dudikoff and Judi Aronson these days. They haven't changed much.
Give me a sec here.
I kind of like the relationship between Judi and Michael Dudikoff and Judi Aronson. Kind of playful, like she's kind of a bratty, like rich girl at the first of it, but she kind of comes around, you know. All right, let me bring it on the stage here. This is the trailer for American Ninja, and I'm just saying, guys, if you never watched this movie, it's pretty awesome. Oh, I forgot. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tell everybody we were doing the show today. I forgot to share this out, but it's too late now. All right.
Here comes.
That is always the seal of approval for a quality action. That logo.
For 2,000 years, the sacred art of the ninja has been guarded in the East.
Remember the day I found you.
Now, it has come to the West.
Remember what is hidden deep in your mind.
He is the only soldier.
Date of birth unknown.
The only American.
Who is he?
Who is capable of defeating the secret Black Star Army.
Yeah.
The mission to hijack a U.S. military arsenal.
Your destiny, my son, awaits you.
The adventure. The confrontation.
Yes. I love that part.
The code.
I will honor the code, Father.
The invasion. The final hour. The deadliest art of the Orient
And this guy's
is
got
now in the hands of an American. American Ninja.
Woo!
You know, and that guy had like, man, on his wrist. Like
That stuff with the.
He had a laser.
I know he burns it.
And
that part when he's got when he burns the rope.
Yeah, that was
Awesome.
like, you know, he had like a flamethrower come out, and well, you know, back then, you know, background of the history of ninjas in films. The first movie I remember seeing ninjas in was "You Only Live Twice" with Sean Connery, and he becomes a ninja. And they really didn't do ninjas justice that movie, but for people that are a little bit younger than me and Joe, in the 1980s, ninjas were like samurais and Jedi Knights rolled into one.
Yep.
They were wizards. They could do anything. You know, they could. You had this like a whole ninja craze in the 80s. I mean, all the kids were dressing up like ninjas for Halloween. I know I did at least 3 times. You had Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Return of the Ninja, American Ninja, Ninja 3, The Domination. You know, and even we get some crazier. We had 3 ninjas. Those are little kids that were ninjas. There were ninjas everywhere. Like they even made references to it. I remember in Wayne's World. Remember? Was it Wayne's World Part 2? He's like, they opened the door. He's like, I just wanted to go and open the door. So, you know, he says, open this door and there's like ninjas training. He goes,
Training.
why is that here? He says, I always wanted to go into a room and open it up. So where ninjas were training.
And then they also had, there was a show on NBC for a couple seasons called The Master with Lee Van Cleef. Lee Van Cleef played the ninja. And Shoko Suji. Shoko Suji was the ninja that was they were always fighting each other. That was so awesome.
Those were the days.
Yep.
The 80s had some great shows.
You went to the video store, you rented a couple of movies, and you didn't sit there and go, this is going to be such an interesting film. I'll be able to figure out personal things in my life by watching it. No. It was about pizza, Doritos, ninja movies, not giving a shit, and just, that's what it was. We didn't care. We didn't care what the plot was. We didn't care. It was a ninja movie, dude. That's what we needed.
Exactly. Or like any martial arts movie.
Oh yeah.
When
I watched this movie, I've watched it 3 times. In fact, I'm watching it again. The thing about this movie is there's so many awesome action scenes in this movie. It's just constant. There's more, and Dudikoff, he's so good in it. I mean, he's not just some kind of crappy actor because he's built or anything.
And Steve James is not a slouch here, the one that's in here with him.
That's right.
And so it opens up, and they're like, there's a convoy, right? And he's like the loner guy, already. They kind of set it up the first of it like they're playing hacky sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
He won't go over there. They're like, hey, pick up that hacky sack, and he just ignores them. And so they're on this convoy, and they're transporting the colonel's daughter to the airport, and they get attacked by these rebels. Well, then the ninjas pop up after Michael Dudikoff just start tearing these guys a new butthole, and like you start seeing very soon though, very quickly you catch on and go like, this kid's got something else going on here. He's not just like a tough guy. He's like blocking, like he's like dodging bullets, and the guy catches that arrow with the handle of that shovel from hitting her.
Yeah.
And so they take off, and like he saves her, but in typical 80s fashion, the good guy gets blamed for all this shit instead of like getting credit for beating the shit out of these guys.
It's true.
And because you find out later, you'll find out why. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to eat my egg before it went cold. So what happens next? Okay, I'm trying to. Oh, the fight scene. Oh, we got to find that when I got on here somewhere. It's the fight scene between him and Steve James. And he puts a bucket over his head.
Oh, yeah.
Hit him. And he's like, still messes him up. He uses that garden hose to like block his punches. And so they kind of become friends. And like, I guess when the corporal tells him, this guy's all right. So all of a sudden, that's all it took was him getting his ass whooped to go, this guy's all right. And sometimes, you know what, though, I had a friend, there was a guy that was one of my best friends in high school. I didn't like him at first. So that does happen.
And
then, okay, he gets in trouble again. He's getting on report. Well, then, like, there's kind of a little flirty relationship between him and Judy Aronson in it. I really liked their chemistry together. I thought they were great together. And,
yes.
She's kind of got this, I don't know, nice personality. I don't know, in the movie. I guess it might have just been her acting, but she seems like, I don't know, like a fun person to hang out with. That's what I'll say.
Let me cue Let me cue
Okay.
that. This
Bring one of them up. Let's bring up a clip here.
it's a little long. It's got some of the best parts in the show on and in the movie. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
watch-
kind of go from there.
They got the blue one too on there. Yeah. While you're doing that, I will eat a little bit.
Wait a sec. Sorry, folks.
All right, we bring it up. I got it. What happened to it?
You got it?
No, it dropped out. Try it again. I don't know what happened. Okay. Let's give it a minute. It'll show up.
You got it there?
There we go.
We're gonna wait till it pops up here. Then we'll go back here. All right, ready?
Let's do it. There he is dodging bullets. I love this part. He just throws a tire iron at this guy.
Just wait. Was it showing on your end?
Yeah, a little bit.
Man.
It's kind of choppy. We're having technical difficulties again today.
Oh,
Oh, that had to hurt. There you go. As long as it showed up in your end, I guess everybody's watching it okay. But I love that part there. He blocks that arrow with a hail at shovel. Is it? Can you see it? Because I can't. I'm just as long as everybody else sees it.
that's brutal, man. What's this? Come on, is it?
It's still. I'll. You know what I see on my end? All I see on my end is that him blocking that arrow with a shovel. All right. Well, that kind of sucks, but I can't see it. But is it done yet? Can you hear me? All right. I had to take it off there because it wasn't working.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this here now again. Makes me sad, dude.
Well, it worked last week. I don't know. Anyway, I got a couple.
Yeah,
anyway,
let me.
if I could have, the next time, we know what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to go to that website and just download the clips and then put them in here, and we'll just play that way because this is not working. There you go. There he is in the uniform. Got the swords out. I guess I should have downloaded some more pictures. It looks like we're winging it today, but anyway, they're like some great action sequences in the movie. There's so many action sequences in the movie. There's like this movie, the pacing of this movie is like pretty good. It never gets a little boring or slows down much. You only have one scene, like, we didn't like the kissy scenes when I was a kid, like that. But you got to have a little bit of that in there too. I appreciate it more now, but although I did have a huge crush on Judy Aronson, Even back then, I'm not gonna lie, but
Well, she's a cutie pie, you know. We were talking earlier. One of my favorite parts of the movie is when they go into the ninja training
Yeah.
course. And it's like it's the middle of the day. They're supposed to be secretive. Half of them are wearing either yellow or orange outfits,
or
doing
blue,
ninja. Yeah, or blue. Yeah.
dodging like bikes and stuff, and then he basically kills one of his own guys to impress this guy they're trying to sell arms to. The guy the main bad guy is trying to sell arms to, and like I'm like, damn, why are you recruiting these guys? Like, I don't think I want to work for you if I'm gonna have to spar with you and then you get pissed off and kill me one day. So no thanks. I don't think I want to be a ninja. Not for you, at least, you know. Maybe with Michael Dudikoff and his old master. Well, then you find out also there's another plot element that Michael Dudikoff has amnesia. He don't remember him being a kid, right? He don't remember growing up. Come find out there's this old guy that was like a World War II veteran that didn't know the war was over in the Philippines or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he took this orphan in. It was played by Michael Dudikoff, was a little boy. I don't know who the actor was that played him as a boy. And he trains him basically how to be a ninja. So, like, even though he lost his memory, it's kind of like, I guess, muscle memory type thing, you know, like Jason Bourne. Like, he still remembers, like, and I guess you would, you know, it makes sense. If you were trained that way, you'd probably be hard to forget it, even if you. But anyway, so, I mean, still outlandish, but it's a canon film. I mean, what are you going to do? But then he tells him about he's got the symbols, like, the power, the ninja magic.
The
ninja thing in the 80s, ninja magic. Like they could center their chi, like, you know, and he was basically doing the OU812 Van Halen symbol when he does this one. But, you know, we won't get into that. But I mean, that's what it reminded me of. Because I used to have a shirt by OU812, and it was like this. And they were going. But when Sammy Hagar did that, he meant something else. But
yeah,
we won't get into that.
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy. I like Sammy. I'm telling you what, he had a hell of a voice.
Heck yeah.
That was did they smuggle drugs in that movie? I can't remember.
There
was the one with Sho Hasugi was in where they did that. They had like the dolls.
The dolls. Oh yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah. But that's still a good movie. Revenge of the Ninja will probably be on this show eventually. We may even just do a whole subset series about ninja movies at this point.
Yeah.
But like, of course, you got to have the little claws they climb on, the ninjas. And but Sho Hasugi is one of the greatest ninjutsu actors I've ever seen. One of the worst ones I ever saw was in New York Ninja. Have you seen that?
No. What is that?
It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. They even like the guys like turn him into a superhero. Everybody's got shirts that say "I heart New York Ninja." The movie was so bad it wasn't released in the 80s, and it was cobbled together in the 2000s and put on video or DVD. Yeah. You know it's really good if they didn't release it in the 80s. If it was that bad that it wasn't released in the 80s, there's something wrong with that movie. Stay away from it.
Wait, I've never even heard of that, dude.
I know. Look it up later on. Anybody watching, just look up New York Ninja. It was like a troubled like production history. It didn't even get made, and it didn't even get released in the 80s. But it was obviously filmed in like 1984 or 83 or something like that, or 86, something like that.
Oh.
But so then we got another part. We'll play another clip. Maybe something will happen. It'll calm down. We can play another clip. But
yeah, let's
did it work on your end at all? Because I could.
It works if I just. Which clip did you want to watch? I mean, what part did you want to watch?
I don't know. Let's try to find something with her in it, just so we can show everybody what we meant by her. Like where they're getting out of the jungle. You know, like when he like cuts her skirt to make them into pants so she can walk faster. That part's hilarious. If you can find that part. But she's got this she's kind of bratty acting at the first of it, but she really kind of has a thing for him. You know, she starts coming around, warms up to him. And I like the part where he's like jumps the bike over the base. They like perfectly have the pallets are perfectly lined up like. And dude, when he jumps that Kawasaki, they had to have 2 or 3 of those bikes because when he lands, it destroys the shocks on that bike. Whoever was a stunt man, whoever that was about died doing that. You could tell. And I was like, well, it didn't hurt it. I'm like, Mom, did you see the shocks on that one? That's another Kawasaki because it's not that one because that one's trashed. And yeah, it's just a fun all the way around. I don't know. I guess I'm sounding like I'm obsessed with Judy Aronson, which is probably not far from the truth because I remember her in Weird Science. I said that's like the perfect like when you imagine when you're like not in high school yet. You know, I don't know what it was about when grade school. You always like thought it'd be cool to be in high school, right? So I watched these movies and like that would be like the idea if you had an idea in your mind of what a high school girlfriend would look like in the 80s. That she would have been one of the prototypes. I'm just saying. Now, maybe I'm going a little too far with it, but I don't care.
Okay, let's try this. We're going to try.
All right, we're going to do it one more time, guys. One more clip. We'll see if it'll work. Here we go. Maybe if we let it load like first, like, you know what I mean? Like,
is it on? Is it on the?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to,
you know I mean?
I'm going to try something.
The white part builds up. It might play better. I don't know.
We got this, dude. We got this.
All right. We're going to do this, guys. Just hang in there. We ain't got
Here we go.
watching.
That's all right.
There we go. Well, they can watch the replay. I'll hype it up later.
This is just
I
kind
love
of
that. Well, I saw that. I'm telling you, when you saw that as a kid, like,
with everything. So let's see how this works.
if it's working on your end, it's fine. I don't care if I can see it or not. I've already seen it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch clips on the TV.
There she is.
What's going on here?
Just pull over to the side.
I'm telling you, man, I love her.
Take a second.
I like when she's in that little red shirt outfit with the jeans. Ooh. She's a little tiny person too. She got a little spunk though.
All right. Take it easy.
Come on, let's go. We're taking it.
I don't know what she was thinking. We can get out of here. Go, go, go. They won't machine gun us to death. All right. I can't see it, but we're all good.
Who do you think you are? You have no.
Oh, no.
That didn't work out too well for you. All right. I like how they just stood around and watched it. I like this part. Trigger on the dude's neck.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah! I like the smack noise. Smack!
I like the need to do it. All right, then the ninja just all of a sudden pop up. Like, uh-oh, we're about to bring in the heavy artillery. These guys are wiping the floor with them. Hey, Aaron. There she is.
Even look disheveled.
Yep. Get it. You know, I find myself going, like, I want to do it so many times. I'll sit and yell, look out, Joe. And of course, you know what's going to happen, right? When it crashes, it's going to burst into flames. Oh yeah, now watch this. This part is so awesome.
I know
There's a couple of like action scenes involving a truck like this. It's pretty awesome. Watch this. He flips over whoever the stuntman was. That was a hell of a trick, if you ask me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Grabs the wheel. Now look, I love about old 80s action films. It doesn't take much for this truck to burst into flames and explode. Look, bam! Just turns on its side and boom, it blows up.
Sideways explosion, sideways turn.
Yeah. I don't think that would make the truck explode though. So they're wiping the floor with these like bandits. Watch this. I love the way they synchronize all this. Oh! He was able to dodge the bullet. I love that.
Man, those ninjas are dicks.
Oh no!
Yeah, fight a fight.
We'll get shut down, guys. We'll be back. Okay, if we get shut down, don't worry. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
I don't think we're going to get shut down though. I'm a small channel.
This is too much
Like
of
how they're all
a
waiting on him to say the word. Oh no!
Here it comes, man. This part's awesome.
Oh, this is the greatest part of the movie.
Dodge the bullet. Come on.
Yeah. Woo. This part is brutal. Oh.
Look at that shit. American Ninja. Snap.
I like that song. Snap.
Come on, baby.
Get out of there, Joe.
All right.
Anyway, there you go. But there's a great scene where
We're
it's like
gonna
they're
have to
running
watch
through
the
the
movie
jungle
again.
in the Philippines, and he takes that knife and cuts her skirt. She's like, "Are you going to
Yep.
pay for my skirt?"
So I figured this out. If I don't turn it back, if I keep it on the YouTube channel while we're watching it, show the clip, it works.
Okay.
So that's how that happened.
Okay, so that's why it was choppy the first time. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
See? That's a great movie.
And that's just the opening scene.
Exactly. 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Yeah, that's
There is,
like
plenty of stuff like this in the entire movie.
yeah.
And when you find out her dad is like got to deal with this arms dealer, drug dealer dude. And like for some reason, I can't remember what there's always, we kind of said the other day, the motivation of the bad guy is they always think they're the good guy, right?
Yep.
Or they're doing it for the right reason. Well, so they got it out for Joe. That sergeant and the colonel got it out for him, And like he goes on, I like the part where he goes on a date with her. It's pretty cool. And takes the bike. Well, there's like so many cool things in this movie. Like at the end of it, when he's chasing that Black Star ninja down, and he's firing laser cannons at him and everything.
I know, like lasers.
Insane. yeah, I just saw the scene right now. You got blows up a potted plant. I don't know how they thought, well, you know what? We'll see if he's got a laser powerful enough to break through a wall. Like, I don't still don't think we have technology like that to this day. But
See,
I guess we do somewhere in some Area 51 lab. But
I just realized something that we got to investigate, man. So the explosion head turn shot.
yeah,
Okay, when did that originate? Oh, look at that. Did that originate in this movie?
yeah, she's a doll.
Because I don't recall that being in any. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure this out. We got to do the explosion head turn, quick head turn,
Yeah.
where that originated.
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, who was the one that I want to go to Chuck Norris. Now here they are. Like, I think it's a more modern picture of her and Michael Dudikoff.
He is in great shape for a dude that's in his 70s, man.
Yeah, I know. And she's in her
even
60s.
her, she's gorgeous.
It's that California living, I guess, bro.
I guess, man.
There's the part where he breaks the heels off her Italian shoes, so she doesn't like that too much. And but she's like, I can't move as fast as you. Well, no wonder you're wearing a skirt and you got these high heels on. So he takes care of that problem. And then I love the part where she's like, I don't want to go in the water, and like he makes her jump in the. So there's leeches and everything in there. But yeah, after watching this movie again, I've become obsessed with Judy Aronson again. There you go. That's a pretty good picture of her right there. But there you go. That's and now y'all know why I'm obsessed with Judy Aronson. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Aaron. Like, I like the ones where they're walking away and it explodes behind them, like in Con Air or something. But like, they made fun of that in the movie The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, where they're like they're trying to walk up to this like accounting firm and it blows up and knocks them on the ground. They're like, oh God, because I need an MRI. He goes, that shit, when they walk away and it's exploding, I call bullshit.
Yeah.
That scene in the Death Star, when the Millennium Falcon blows it, he goes, don't you ever talk about Star Wars again.
Don't make me laugh, man.
What I'm saying is I want to cry. I want to just go home in the fetal position and breastfeed or something.
Breastfeed, yep. He's like, oh my God.
That movie's great, though. That's another. That's not really. I don't know if we can count that. I guess you can count it as bad. I don't know. I don't know why. I know the show's called Bad Cinema, but this movie's not that bad. It's got a lot of the classic '80s action / ninja film tropes to it. Like all of them. But actually, we don't really get into the deep weeds of bad cinema until you watch like American Ninja 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. But actually, a little trivia fact was he was in American Ninja 2, but he wasn't in. Michael Dudikoff was not in American Ninja 3 because they filmed it in South Africa, and he did not agree with apartheid. So he's like, no, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, so bad it's good. There's some errors in the movie. I'm sure if I watched it with a critical eye, I could probably see a boom mic hanging somewhere. A lot of these movies you'll see just like errors, like you'll see the cameraman in the mirror or something.
Yep.
But like when you're a kid, it doesn't really take you out of the action. You don't really look at stuff like that. That's when I got older. I look at stuff like that. I think a little bit nowadays, and I don't know if you agree with Joe. I think there's a little bit because of the internet. Everybody thinks they're a film critic, and more movies get trashed nowadays than they ever did because you got Rotten Tomatoes,
That's
IMDb,
true.
you got all these YouTubers. And I mean, I can find something great in any movie. Like they were talking last night about Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Not a perfect film. They kind of co-opt a lot of stuff into it from the comic books, but they don't really use a lot of stuff that they could have used for these characters. But still, though, I was like, Chris Hemsworth as Thor fighting a bunch of aliens while they play Welcome to the Jungle. Sign me up for that right now.
Here's the deal. Here's my theory on that, man. And I'm not, I've been on movie sets. I've been on TV sets. I've been in, I've done theater and stuff. And when you're on these and you're like watching the crew work and the actors and everything, these people are working their asses off.
Yeah, I guarantee you that the people that
There is not
Love and Thunder work their ass off.
exactly, and maybe had the amount of fun that they have doing it. But then they make the movie. I mean, to them, it's their baby. That's their shit, So the movie's done, and it's theirs. They take ownership of it. They know if it's good or bad. But man, that's why I just, that was somebody's dream. When you watch a bad movie, or a movie that you don't think is very good, that was somebody's dream. When they were making that movie, that was the most exciting thing they've ever done in their life.
Well,
and it's
Samurai
true.
Cop, same way. Samurai Cop is not a perfect movie.
No,
It's kind of like a comedy at this point. And but still, somebody was like, they had a vision. They actually go through it. How many people actually think of a movie idea? I mean, I've thought of movie ideas all the time, but I've never went as far as to try to get the movie made. So somebody, I mean, and it was somebody's first, also a lot of actors is how they first got their job. So
exactly.
some bad movies. So it's not like, Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun. So, I mean, nobody knew who she was then, but
see, that's why there's so many, that's why Roger Corman was so important for filmmakers today.
Yeah.
Because he was low budget. He got whatever he could. He didn't get any big name actors to do anything. And look at the amount of actors and directors today that would never have a career unless it was for Roger Corman. Jack Nicholson, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, Al Pacino,
Ron Howard,
you name Tom Hanks, you name anything, any human or anything that's involved in movies, madam, in movies today, they wouldn't be there unless it was for Roger Corman, and that's what, it's just.
And what, to me, what I call a Roger Corman or a Cannon film, it's kind of like, it's really like a Roger Corman film. It's like a punk rock film. It's like DIY, the punk rockers, like in the 80s and 70s, and even in the 90s with grunge. They did it on their own. They're not going. The record label's not going to sign me. I'm not going to get signed to RCA Records, right? Or anything like that. So we're just going to make our own demo. I'm going to pump out my own fanzine. We're going to promote our own shows. We'll sell like Black Flag, a perfect example. Black Flag.
Yeah.
Ken Ian and all those guys. They had like a compound. They had like an old abandoned church that they played in. They recorded their music there on like little 8-track recorders and stuff like that. They got their own equipment. They promoted their own shows. They made their own flyers. They made their own fanzines. It's the same thing with these movies. Like Kevin Smith, another prime example of this in films. Clerks. He maxed out his credit cards and filmed in a place he worked at to make Clerks. And it was just blood, sweat, and tears. And, is the movie perfect? No. Is the acting like top-notch, Oscar-worthy? No. But it's a well-written movie. He really, you can tell even at that age, he knew how to edit pretty well.
Yeah.
He had a good outline of what he wanted to be done. And like any art is subjective. Like maybe, I'm sure my mom doesn't really care for Clerks because of the language and some of the stuff they talk about in it. But it was made.
See, there you go. There you go. Kevin Smith, New Jersey boy. His idol was Martin Scorsese, New Jersey boy. If it wasn't for Roger Corman, there'd be no Kevin Smith. It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. Roger Corman.
Well, more get them in before the 15th, right? Or I don't know. Are you in Canada? I don't know. I don't know when you go to them in Canada, but we have to get them by April 15th.
And if you're trust me that the taxes right now are so screwed up, like you better, I don't know.
I'm telling you, like Eric, that was like, when I was a kid, that was like, yeah, I want her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah. She's a cutie pie, man.
Oh, so we got Madam here. I just want to remind everybody that Madam will be my guest tomorrow night at 8:00. And I'm gonna see if she'll go to Heroes Con and I'll cosplay as like Cyclops and she can be Jean Grey. That would be cool. I'm just kidding, madam. I'll wear my little visor, I'm just kidding. It's a fact. She will be here tomorrow at 8. So everybody please tune into that.
That's awesome.
Oh, April 30th. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm not much of a cosplayer, but I thought about like going like Ricky Bobby or something and getting like a Wonder Bread hat,
Speaking of cosplay, just a second. Oh God, I'm old.
What's he going to come back now? He's going to dress up like something and come back. You think he's going to come back like dressed as Darth Vader or a samurai warrior? Or
dude, that would be super rad.
You came back with a samurai like sword, like
looking all serious and stuff.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm creating a Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark cosplay outfit, right? And I finally found the boots.
All right, let's see them. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, it looks like archaeologists to me in the jungle.
I finally found the boots.
You got the hat, the fedora?
Yes, but that's packed away. I got the coat. So now
I got a whip if you need it. My grandpa used to make them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whip. But no, I got the hat, I got the coat. All I need is the coat or the shirt. I got to find a belt.
You need to find a gun holster belt too.
Gun holster belt. And the thing is there's a lot of like cosplay, Indiana Jones cosplay sites that you can buy stuff. But man, like I got these at a Goodwill store. I picked these up for like $8. And if you were to find something that's all smashed, and this has got, some dirt on it and some grimeage, but those would be on most websites would be, I don't know, a lot.
Hey, I'm gonna at this point, you know what I'm gonna do? It's always fun to have more people. I'm gonna invite anybody on if they want to watch a clip of American Ninja with us.
Yeah, let's do this.
If anybody wants to come on and watch some American Ninja clips with us for the next 20 minutes, I think we got about 20 minutes left. I'll let it go for about an hour and 15 because if I go any further, I can't let the AI thing make shorts of it. So, but anyway, we got we had a few more clips there. I don't know, so you figured out how to play them though, right? We could probably get away with it.
Yeah, this is what we'll do here. So let me find
What is that from? That sounded familiar.
I don't know. Okay, what is this?
I'm always totally inappropriately dressed, so it's all right. Here, I'll take my shirt off. I'm just kidding. Y'all don't want that smoke. You don't want that.
You need to relax, man.
Yeah, calm down now, dude.
You need to calm down, dude. Okay, we got a good one here. Just give it a second. We're going to give it a second.
Okay, Aaron, no problem, man.
Rock and roll.
Well, you can watch them.
What's Aaron doing?
You can watch them from here. We're going to show some clips since you guys showed up for us. Yeah, can I be what's his name in the movie? You can come down here and we'll cosplay together. I'll be the guy that helps him dig up the well of souls.
Sala?
Yeah, I'll be Sala.
I am the monarch of the sea. I was even thinking about doing that, doing him as
Swag here. Hey, Swag.
All right.
We ready? All right. Here's another scene here's another clip from American Ninja. I'm telling you, Michael Dukakis, he had me believing he was a ninja. Kirby. Where's he at? Hey.
Dude, he's amazing.
Oh yeah, he's in the see. They got him in the brig, so they're going to send these ninjas to try to kill him. But you know what? They're in for a bad rude awakening. I love the music. Like,
I know you can't help but not make sound effects when you're watching this kind of stuff. You know.
at least they have ninjas at nighttime in this scene too. So I mean, that's
Exactly.
Our home in the night. That is their ally. These poor MPs, man. I don't know. I feel bad for these MPs, man. They're just out doing their damn job, and this ninja shows up and just starts stabbing them with swords.
Messing stuff up, you know.
This damn thing work here.
That guy was 2 years away from his Olympics being over too, man. Oh, that hurt. Oh my God, dude. That would not be a nice way to die.
Why is he trying to be quiet? He just slaughtered half the.
I mean, he's already about slaughtered half of the MPs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would just start belching and farting and stuff. I mean, it's not gonna matter. Yes.
Right there, dumbass.
I'm not too smart for that, Star Ninja.
You'd think a ninja would know he wasn't in the bed, but you know, whatever. I'll let it slide this time. Oh man, this guy just signed his death warrant, walking in there to investigate.
Yeah! Look at that! You gonna cut his hand off? There you go. Oh, he did the death shiver too. Nice.
That's like top-notch acting for a B movie.
Look at that.
Yeah, I believe it's a synthesizer, madam. Yeah, I believe you're right.
That was beautiful.
Acrobat. This part right here is awesome, by the way. Like, they have a pretty cool fight here. Yeah, I hear like a drum loop machine or something. They probably use like a MIDI, you know, that MIDI keyboard. It's probably like a MIDI keyboard they're using. Where they can put all different sounds and stuff on the like, keyboard. Awesome, Flag. I hope you like it, man. It's a great movie, man. It's a great movie. Oh!
You have tires? Here we go.
All right, ready.
Uh-oh. Bam! Damn, that was awesome. Encore. That was pretty cool. I'm surprised
That
you
is
didn't take
why-
a look for that one. I don't know how we're still on the air.
You know what?
On the stream.
It's
I say on the
because-
air like we're on TV network or something, but no, I know
It's
we're not.
because the YouTube gods realize that we're showing a kick-ass movie, and you're
We're
like,
just
you know
trying
what?
to show you the greatness of American Ninja and
Yeah.
Michael Dudikoff. I need another scene. You need to find another scene of my girl Judy Aronson though.
You need to. I will, but you need to relax. There's she. Just keep that picture up until I find something.
Can you see why I liked her? Look at this.
We got this going on, man. Don't worry.
It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I made this show about this is not turned into bad cinema about American Ninja. I've kind of turned it into the Judy Aronson appreciation.
Yeah, and that's it.
I'm obsessed with her, I guess, at this point.
And that's fine, man.
She actually owns a bunch of Pilates studios in
Okay, give it a second.
now, by the way. I did some research on her and Michael Dudikoff, But yeah, I'm gonna leave her up there until you get this figured out.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Ready?
Let me get it off the screen. Hold on.
Now this isn't this. Why didn't that one? Well, here. Well, I'll look for another one while this one's playing. Give it a second.
All right. Well, I'll see something called Spooky Dudes down here.
Yeah, that's that. You should let him in.
Yo.
Right. Hey.
How you guys doing?
I thought it was a clip. I thought you were a video clip for a minute.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
Everyone, I would like everyone to introduce everyone to my son Tucker.
Tucker, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you. How you guys doing?
Good. We're showing a clip here. Just a sec. We're showing a clip.
Now,
we got this going.
All right.
Is it set up? All right. Sorry. Here we go.
Yeah, I've turned into a stalker, madam, of a Judy Aronson. I hope she's got. I'd like to meet her at a con or something one day. That would be cool. Oh, this is part 2. This is from part 2.
Oh my God!
That's part 2.
That was on the list of the stuff that we had.
Oh, my bad. We'll find another one. I got G.I. Joe cartoons going on in the background right now. I was watching American Ninja as well, but
it's all right, man. We got this. I just got to find a clip with her.
Just type in. I'll find something. I look on the TV. Judy Aronson. She was also in Weird Science, like I said, in Friday the 13th Part 4. She was
Judy Erickson, right? Judy Erickson, right? Judy Erickson.
Yeah, Aronson. She's not a bad actor either. I don't think Michael Dudikoff was a bad actor either. I thought he was pretty great at it. He got his start as a male model in the late 70s, I think. Yeah, she was the madam, the girls that were dating Robert Downey Jr. and the other guy at the first of the movie, and they end up with White and Chet by the end of the movie. That she's the dark-headed girl, yeah. Weird Science is one of the greatest movies of all time, by the way. I don't know if that's a bad cinema one, but we might have to review that movie one day.
We have to, because it's beautiful. It is. It's a great.
Yeah.
Okay, here we'll watch a recent. We're gonna watch a recent video with her. Give me a second.
Okay.
Just wait. Hey Tuck, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay.
Right. Anytime anybody wants to join us, they're welcome to come on. I'll put the link in the chat down there. We'll bring this up.
Okay, ready?
Hey there, Greenie.
So this is just a clip of her talking about.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I so appreciate it. I love that you loved at least a couple of the films that I did. They are really special films, Friday 13th and Weird Science. I'm so fortunate to have been a part of. Both of them are so genre defining and really special. So I agree with you. I do have some good stories to tell from them. Friday the 13th, I'm sure you've heard. This is a story everybody has heard, I think, but you get to hear it from my mouth, which is the night of my death scene when we shot that from sundown to sun up, freezing December night. It was just, it was so cold, and my body was shutting down. I mean, the crew were in parkas and hats and gloves, and I was in the water, freezing cold water. So I was working with Ted White, who was my Jason in our film, and
Good Jason, by the way.
I mean, he saw what was going on, and he just said,
He's a
"I
great
won't
Jason.
work anymore unless Judy gets taken out." And
Aw.
up. So they did. They let me out, and they warmed me up, and then got me back in, finished filming. And to this day, I'm so grateful to Ted, and he and I are very close friends. And I have to say, I'm really lucky in one way, because I know I'm the only person who actually has been saved by Jason,
There you go.
as well as killed by him. But, that's a wash, because I was saved alive, but died in film. It's a wash, right? But he's a really good friend of mine. Just talked to him about a month ago. He's doing well during this COVID time. He's hanging in there. He's going to live forever. And then Weird Science. Yeah, that was a good one. That was fun. What you see on screen is what it was like coming to the set, doing our work, and never knowing what we were going to get. Because when you work with people like Robert Downey, Robert Russler, Bill Paxton, I mean, it takes everything in us to
No,
get
that was
through
a
the
fun
scenes
cast too.
without
That whole movie.
totally
Yeah.
Oh,
affecting.
great.
Actually, you can see in the scene in the kitchen when Bill Paxton opens up the pantry and we see the
Yeah.
grandparents
Yeah,
in a
it's great.
comatose state there in the pantry, and the camera pans back to us in a line looking at that. And in that scene, if you look closer, you will see our faces. I think all of us were doing everything in our power not to laugh, and you can see it in the scene. It was a lot of fun. Suzanne Snyder is one of my best friends. I talk to all the time. And actually, in both those films, I'm still close with everybody. So, yeah. Have a great day. Bye.
Who was she talking to?
There you go.
I felt like
Dude,
she
did
was
you get
talking
your
to
fix
us.
now?
Yeah, I felt like
She
she was
was.
talking to us.
She was. She was talking to us and feeling it.
I'm
That's
gonna
kind of a cool story.
I'm gonna contact her on Instagram, see if she'll come on the show and let's interview her. That would be awesome.
I think a lot of those people do, man.
Maybe we
She'll
could
probably
just
be
play
like-
her an appearance fee or something, and she would talk to us for about 10 or 15 minutes. You never know. I don't know
Yeah.
if she would
How
charge,
many
though.
minutes will you do for like $10?
You can sit like we're talking to an escort or something.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh God.
Yeah, well, you think of that cast that Kelly LeBrock, Bill Paxton was in that movie, Judy Aronson, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Anthony Hall. So yeah, there was a lot. They had a lot of the guys. Some of those guys that were in the scene at the end, they were in like The Hills Have Eyes and like Road Warrior. A lot of those guys.
What's his name? Michael. What's his name? The bald dude.
The guy that plays the main bad guy, barbarian dude. He was the bad guy Matrix in Commando.
Yep.
Yeah, he was always in like Schwarzenegger. Him and Schwarzenegger were buddies.
Yeah.
And so he'd always be in movies. Like if you notice that, like in Clint Eastwood always had the same character actors. Like in The Outlaw, Josie Wells,
Mm-hmm.
Pale Rider, all that stuff. There would be the same actors like Every Which Way But Loose. He would have his wife, right? What was his wife's name at the time? The blonde-headed girl, Locke, Cheryl Locke or something was her name.
Sandra Locke.
Sandra Locke. Yeah. That's another good movie right there. I just thought she was in where Play Misty for Me. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, yes.
Where he's like the DJ.
Dude, that's
like,
actually a creepy as hell movie, man. When he's like laying there and she's
scary
like,
movie. Yeah,
it's like all dark, and it's like he hears her talking, and she's like, "Play Misty for me," and you're like, where did that come from? What is going on? Yeah.
Also, the bald-headed guy was in Hills Have Eyes is the principal in Smoking in the Boys' Room video. Yeah.
Yeah. What is his name?
Michael Hall was in Reacher. Yep.
What is his
Here's his name. He was also in The Devil's Rejects. Remember him in The Devil's Rejects?
Yep.
He was in the guy, like the janitor at the whorehouse or wherever they were at. That's got to be the worst job in the world, being a janitor at a whorehouse. Hey, there's Stephanie.
Michael Berryman. His name's Michael Berryman.
What is his Michael Berryman? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That movie creeped me out. The Hills Have Eyes. Oh my God. I kind of turned this into the Judy Aronson show, so I apologize. But her and the girl that wears the Mickey Mouse T-shirt in Friday the 13th Part 2. I think I hit puberty when I saw those two girls in the movie. So I can't remember her name, but let's just be honest. Like, yeah, a janitor at a whorehouse would be like one of the worst jobs you could have, Aaron. I'm just telling you.
Gross.
So was Anthony Michael Hall was in the Reacher show?
Yep, he was in the last season.
Yeah. He's an awesome actor. Anyway, he's been in so many great movies like Family Vacation.
He was great in Dead Zone when they did Dead Zone series.
Yeah, wasn't he the lead in that? Or what?
Yeah. He played the walking part in the show. Yeah, he was in what was that football movie he did with? It was like with Robert Downey Jr. and
Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, that's it, Johnny Be Good, and like it had actually it was an early role for damn, I can't remember her name all of a sudden. She was the bride in Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman.
Her first movie, Johnny Be Good.
The best.
Married to Ethan Hawke. What's her name? She was married to Ethan Hawke.
Yep.
She's kind of a top. What's her name?
Who?
Uma
The girl
Thurman.
that played the bride in Kill Bill. What's her name?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Chuck, what's your daughter's name? What's Ethan Hawke?
Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke.
She was in Stranger Things. Yeah.
Soylent Green is Ninjas. Yeah, Phil. That tracks. We're going to have to do that movie on here. Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
Can we go back to Weird Science, because I love that movie so much. And I just got to say, the scene where they are sitting there with the bras on their heads and they're putting the pictures into the computer of like their perfect woman, And I'm just thinking, like, we're almost to that point now, right? With 3D scanners and stuff, like
the robots. Like robots. Yeah. Like I saw a robot like that the other day. It's like, you could probably pretty much do that now. I mean, she might not have magic like Lisa did, and she may not look like Kelly LeBrock. There's not many women that look like Kelly LeBrock did.
I know Kelly LeBrock was like stunning everyone in that.
There are actually men out there that are married to, what do they call those? They call those the realistic, those sex dolls.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They're married to them, and they know they go out on dates with their doll, and they feed their dates popcorn.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That is a different psyche right there.
There was a documentary on that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was so bizarre because you're just like, well, I mean, he's not out. These guys aren't out hurting people.
No, but I bet they had My Buddy dolls when they were younger.
They bet you they did. My Buddy dolls, yes. My buddy.
I love the part in Weird Science when she busts through the door. She's like, "What would you maniacs like to do first?" Like, yes. That was like every young boy's dream, though. Like when they're coming to puberty, like, let's design our own woman. And I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's not. Yeah, Breakfast Club, another great movie. but Anthony Michael Hall was in like so many great 80s movies, but like Weird Science was just like next level. Like the part where her and Anthony Michael Hall are at his mom and dad's house, and they're like, "Do you know that your son's only outlet is tossing off the dirty magazines in the bathroom?" She goes, "You told me you were coming here, Gary."
Yes. And you can't talk about Weird Science without talking about Oingo Boingo. The greatest 80s band of all time.
What's his name? He's like one of the greatest.
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman, the lead singer.
Yes. I remember that music video when it come on MTV. I'd be like,
"Yeah, I saw Dead Man's Party." That was in the movie Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
With Rodney.
And Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie as well.
So both Iron Man was in both The Breakfast Club and Weird Science.
Well, no, he was in Weird Science and I just
was he or no? Was he not?
He was in Back to School.
Breakfast Club.
What am I thinking of? Back to School?
Back to School.
Yeah, Back to School. He was in Back to School.
And he was on a season of SNL too. Did you guys ever see that?
Yeah. Well, so was,
Robert Downey Jr. and Michael Anthony Hall were both on a season.
One season, and they got fired.
They got fired because they sucked, I guess.
Well, no, the rumor is there was a lot of cocaine going on. Backstage at that time, and like him and Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr. were two of the biggest offenders, and they had been warned, and then like they finally just got tired of their shit and fired them or let them go. But then also what's her name was on the show? Elaine from Elaine Boozer from Seinfeld was on a cast.
Yeah, Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I can't never remember somebody's real name. I just know I don't know, some of them except for Judy Aronson. I know her name.
Stalker.
I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but whatever.
Anybody has any old Judy posters out there?
Forbidden Zone.
Send it to that guy.
I got a feeling instead of a picture of yourself, man, I got a feeling you just want a picture of a sketch of Judy.
Yeah, let's see what you got here. Of course, everybody, if you don't know, Stephanie is an artist. You show us a sketch.
Yeah, I was working on this last night. This is an idea for a new sculpture. You can check it out.
Oh wow, nice.
So it's a girl with at the top. She's got branches coming out with eggs, and she's handing the eggs down to the other people. Oh, kind of like that. I don't know.
It's like a total. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool. It almost looks like you could do it like in colors like stained glass.
Oh, dude. I saw some killer stained glass yesterday. I was unfortunately at a funeral at a beautiful church though, but the stained glass in the church was like blowing my mind. It was so thick and so bright and so colorful. Yeah. Well, and the use of like blues and oranges were so prevalent. It was just beautiful.
I went to Bardstown, Kentucky with my mom and dad one time because he went to a prep school up there in Bardstown, Kentucky, and like this old Catholic church, one of the oldest Catholic churches in the state of Kentucky. And some of the old paintings in there and the glass is just amazing. Like some of those old Catholic churches,
Yeah.
I could talk about stuff like that all day too. But I never actually, it was like one of the first Catholic churches I think I'd ever been in. We're a bunch of Baptists and stuff down here. If you and Pentecostals down here, we don't really have a lot of.
I grew up Catholic. I was confirmed, baptized, whatever. Didn't even have a choice, back in the day. And Catholic churches are the most morbid freaking places you'd ever walk into, but yet they're the most beautiful because you do have the stained glass. You have most of the saints.
Yeah, it's kind of
you have all the.
Yeah,
you got statuary there usually.
Yes, but the thing that just has always made me just totally creep me out is when you're sitting there and you're listening, especially when the priest is at the altar, and you look behind the altar and here you have like this dude dying on the cross, and you're just like, holy shit, this is really morbid.
George Carlin, you remember that bit where George Carlin talks about like the priest would come out and it seemed like he was floating with those robes. You couldn't see
Oh
him.
yeah, yeah. You don't even.
It was like ominous feelings.
Yeah,
it was like
it's like in the Blues Brothers, the movie The Blues Brothers, when they go talk to the penguin.
Oh yeah,
and she's like, "Go out, my child," and blah blah blah. And then she like just kind of floats back, and the door slams shut.
I like the part where she's like, I guess in Blue, she says, "Well, I go up." And she goes, "What did you say?" He goes, "I offered you to help. You didn't want our money, so I said, I guess you're shit out of luck." And she starts hitting him with the ruler.
They beating him with the ruler. He's like, "Shit!" And then she hit him. Jesus, hit him. Yeah.
Speaking of the Blues Brothers, this is if you go into a bar in Kentucky where I live, this is what, and they ask them, if you ask this question, this is the answer you'll get.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
Don't they sing Rawhide? They sing like
Rawhide and Stand By Your Man, like over and over.
Stand By Your Man. That was like it. Yeah.
I was raised Methodist and I went to Catholic school, so I was confirmed Methodist, but I went to 12 years of Catholic school, right? So I was taught I had the inner shame, instilled in me, indoctrinated in me, I had to go to confession, and I went to confession at the Catholic school for the first time, and I remember thinking, like, what am I going to say? Like, I don't know. So I went in there and I'm like, I cheated at a board game. I just made that shit up too. And they're like, all right, we'll say, Hail Mary. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'm always interested in the fact that you could go in there and say what awful shit you wanted to, and just go, do 15 Hail Marys. You're cool.
Yeah.
I killed 5 people last.
Yeah.
I
killed 2 people.
Like 5 hookers. Just do 30 Hail Marys.
I kicked a dog and I ate a cat. Well, I'll just go say whatever.
They should bring lashing back. 30 lashes.
Oh God. And they have to do it in the style, and they'd have to do it in the style of Jesus Christ Superstar, and everybody else.
There's a clip in
I love that movie so much. Oh my God.
Dude.
There's a clip in Family
Crazy
Guy.
Joe, I love that movie so much. I saw it for my birthday. I saw it on a Broadway show, and it was the same actor who played Jesus was the same guy playing it in the theater.
Really? From the movie?
Yes, Ted Neely.
Ted Neely?
Yes. He's still doing it. He's still Jesus.
Yeah, he is. He is Jesus.
I saw this, and I saw it. So I saw the play, and he did great. And the Judas, whoever the Judas was, just blew. And I remember thinking, like, I wish the other Judas from the movie was here.
And Ted Neely still sounded amazing, didn't he?
He did.
I've been in that. I've been in a production of that twice.
Really?
Every time we've done it, I've always played one of the priests.
Real? Oh, the priest. You must have a deep voice.
Yes.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was such a weird, like, because you're performing it in front of all these people, and they're doing the part with the lashes.
Yeah.
You just like you have to stand up there for like forever while you're supposed to look like get him, but you're just like, man, this is taking way too long.
It takes forever.
You can see the audience; half of them are crying right now. It's just we didn't make anybody happy at all. This is horrible. It's a beautiful show.
Pilot who had to do the lashing or something, and they had to cry it out every time with each one. Like,
well, like it was like that Passion of the Christ. I'm like, Jesus, can you stop beating him for like 5 minutes? This is a little bit much.
That was a snuff film, man. That was the most expensive snuff movie ever made.
It was hard to watch.
I love that movie so much, and I love the music from it.
Speaking of like the Catholic guilt thing, there was a clip on Family Guy once where they were potty training Stewie. So Peter goes to the library to get like a book on potty training. They're like, well, here's the standard book, potty training book called Everybody Poops. And they had one. He goes, well, no, we can't have that one. He says, my family's Catholic. He goes, oh. He says, then you want this book right here. You're a naughty, naughty child, and that is concentrated evil coming out your backside.
Yeah. Yeah. The more guilty they make you feel, the more money you feel you have to give them. Whoa.
Oh yeah, well you got the one now. I see one's like, if you
I
give us
today
$1,000.
am totally an unbeliever. So
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
But
what you
did you-
get.
Exactly. But so like during Christmas this 2024 Christmas, a few months ago, I was watching the Midnight Mass, and I haven't watched anything like this. I like what our Christmas movies to watch are like, Satan or Santa Slays and just all these horror movies, right? So I'm sitting here watching the Midnight Mass, and I'm like, they're talking about opening up this door that hasn't been opened in the Vatican for like decades. Can you imagine all the creepy shit that they got in the Vatican? I mean,
I really want to know.
stories.
I watch a lot of the Why Files on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like they're even claiming they had like I know this is bullshit, but they're like there was one guy that claimed there was a time machine in the Vatican where you couldn't go back in time, but you could look